ministries who participated in the protection and preservation of the culture heritage sites located in the protected areas for the benefit of Cambodians' connection to their ancestors through a rich and valid cultural history. Cambodia plays a historical role in the establishment of the natural reserves in Southeast Asia in 1993. King Norodom Sihanouk established 23 protected areas by the royal decree, with 50 more being designated in the last 30 years. Angkor Wat made history as the first natural reserve established in Southeast Asia in 1925. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Battambang police issued a statement yesterday, clearing up rumors on social media that a carnivorous fish was present in Samlot District section of the Kranhong River. The public panic comes just days after Cambodia officially banned the import and sale of piranhas after having destroyed the inventory of a man trying to sell the non-native carnivorous fish. Battambang Police Commissioner, Major General Sat Kim San, said he immediately contacted the Samlot District Police upon hearing the news. The local police clarified that a man had been bitten along a main artery by a species of pufferfish, causing him to bleed profusely. The Pao turgidus pufferfish is native to the Mekong Basin and eats fish and small crustaceans, rarely posing any risk to humans. The man who was bitten while swimming walked away without any major injuries. Battambang police called for people to rest assured in the knowledge that no carnivorous fish are present in the area's rivers and streams. The last reported incident of any danger in the water of Samlot District was in April 2020. Siamese crocodiles spawned there during the rainy season, and a person received bites on their hands and feet from one of the crocs, which average anywhere from 3 to 6 feet. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Royal Government of Cambodia has implemented socialized healthcare through the Health Equity Fund system for individuals working in the informal tourism economy. The move is particularly beneficial to women working in bars, karaoke clubs, massage parlors, and spas, who will receive free healthcare in an industry where it is desperately needed. The program kicked off with a 2-day sign-up campaign at Wat Phnom on August 11th. Workers from 2 districts were able to register and receive their Health Equity Fund cards for immediate use at any public hospital, in addition to being provided with information on relevant health services. EAC News had the chance to speak with some of the recipients of the new health benefits, who were grateful for the government initiative. Nyup Sre Toik was waiting for the registration interview and said that the program will ease her financial burden and give her more peace of mind in regards to her own health, as she'll now be able to get free medical checkups. Hun Shiva, a 28-year-old widow with 2 children who works in the entertainment industry, was happy to receive her equity card, which comes at a time when she is struggling to financially support her family. Not having to worry about the added cost of a medical checkup is a big relief. Secretary General of the National Council for Social Protection, John Narut, emphasized that unlike other healthcare programs, those eligible for free healthcare will not be charged a monthly fee, and that the Health Equity Fund is a national gesture of goodwill. Representing the Ministry of Planning at the event was Tang Panyatun, who said that the equity card is very important for individuals working in the informal entertainment economy, who will now be able to receive free health care, freeing up a larger portion of their earnings.
dương mình ban ban sắm mặt thò này đào buộc quạt đôi cờ lon màu chẳng cứ quạt thời chấm này lối trao tiết sầm áp tới ca ở bờ sân chỉ quạt miền Pành Hà sọc phía bên tập pé đấy ở lối trần chẳng ở lối péនេះគឺគាត់បានអាហ្នឹងគឺជួយសម្រួលមកចំណាយធំហើយថាវិការគាត់រកបានគឺគាត់អាចប្រើប្រាស់ទៅក្នុងផ្នែកផ្សេងទៀត
Din Molika will also be receiving an equity card and expressed excitement and gratitude to the royal government for taking care of its people, especially when it comes to the welfare of the poor. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. A deputy inspector from the Chamkarman District Police Department went to court yesterday after a video showed him punching a man unconscious while off duty. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
Spokesperson for the Phnom Penh Police, Colonel Sun Sok Siha, confirmed to EAC News that the officer was sent to court by authorities.
បាទតកតងទៅនឹងលោកអធិការរងនៃអធិការនគរបាលខណ្ឌចកាមនដែលបានប្រើប្រាស់អំពើហិង្សាតកតងករណីគ្រោះថ្នាក់ចរាចរណ៍ថ្ងៃមុនហ្នឹងគឺនៅរសៀលនេះគឺយើងនឹងបញ្ជូនអនុវត្តតទៅសាលាដំបងរាជធានីភ្នំពេញបាទអរគុណ
Late into the evening of August 14th, off-duty officer was caught on camera getting into an altercation with a car owner who had gotten into a minor accident when his Prius jumped a curb in front of a home. At one point, he punches the car owner in the side of the head with no warning, knocking the man unconscious. Penang Police Lieutenant General Sortek ordered the Chakamon Police to take legal action against the Deputy Inspector for using violence against a member of the public. He said the police officers are not to use violence against citizens who have violated traffic laws, but rather to be required to bring traffic offenders in for questionings, have them sign a contract or pay fines according to the law. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The 7-month report of tax revenue, presented by the General Department of Taxation, shows that the tax revenue from the real estate sector has shown signs of decline after a veritable boom of construction over the last decade. So far this year, the collection of property tax decreased by 6.77%, the tax on construction decreased by 2.44%, while duty on sales decreased by 26.56%. According to the General Department of Taxation, the decrease was due to risks posed by uncertainty and changes in the global economic context caused by a worldwide economic downturn and the Russia-Ukraine war, resulting in less large investments for Cambodia. The decline in real estate tax revenue reflected a larger trend of lower overall tax revenue, which declined for the first time in 10 years. From January to August, the government collected $2.3 billion in taxes, down more than 21% from the nearly $3.5 billion during the same period last year. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Royal Government of Cambodia has implemented socialized health care through the Health Equity Fund system for individuals working in the informal tourism economy. The move is particularly beneficial to women working in bars, karaoke clubs, massage parlors, and spas, who will receive free health care in an industry where it is desperately needed. The program kicked off with a 2-day sign-up campaign at Wat Phnom on August 11th. Workers from 2 districts were able to register and receive their Health Equity Fund cards for immediate use at any public hospital, in addition to being provided with information on relevant health services. EAC News had the chance to speak with some of the recipients of the new health benefits, who were grateful for the government initiative. Nyub Sre Toik was waiting for the registration interview and said that the program will ease her financial burden and give her more peace of mind in regards to her own health, as she'll now be able to get free medical checkups.
អានឹងល្អឲ្យជួយដល់ប្រជាជនបានច្រើនទាំងពេទ្យជួយបានទាំងអីចឹងមកចប់ចឹងបងខ្ញុំដល់អរគុណដល់រដ្ឋាភិបាលអាចជួយដល់ប្រជាជនយើងបានច្រើនបង
Hun Shiva, a 28-year-old widow with 2 children who works in the entertainment industry, was happy to receive her equity card, which comes at a time when she is struggling to financially support her family. Not having to worry about the added cost of a medical checkup is a big relief.
អបំផុតហ្មងអខ្លាំងណាស់អទី1បានហ្នឹងយើងស្រួលទៅពេទ្យវាសឹកអស់លុយច្រើនព្រោះចូលពេទ្យមិន 10,000 4 10 20,000ចូលបានទេសរុបរយចាតែបើយើងមានបានហ្នឹងវាល្អហ្មងល្អខ្លាំងហើយវាជួយ ស្ថិរភាពយើងវាច្រើនទៀតដោយស្រីពួកខ្ញុំមេម៉ាយហ្នឹងគឺអត់លុយសម្រាប់ចូលពេទ្យហើយមើលគឺធ្វើការលុយវាតិចតែបងឡៃតាស់មកគ្រប់គ្រាន់ផងខ្ញុំថ្លែងអរគុណដល់រដ្ឋាភិបាលដែលជួយ
Secretary General of the National Council for Social Protection, John Narut, emphasized that unlike other healthcare programs, those eligible for free healthcare will not be charged a monthly fee, and that the Health Equity Fund is a national gesture of goodwill.
តែសម្រាប់ក្រុមគោលដៅដែលបងដែលបម្រើការក្នុងវិស័យសេដ្ឋកិច្ចក្នុងសេវាកម្មទេសចរមនុស្សពេញវ័យនៃសេដ្ឋកិច្ចក្រៅប្រព័ន្ធនេះគឺគាត់មិនមានកាតព្វកិច្ចក្នុងការបង់ទេនេះគឺជារបបមួយដែលរបបថែទាំសុខភាពមួយដែលទ្រទ្រង់ដោយថវិកាជាតិទាំងស្រុងតែម្ដងក្នុងការផ្ដល់ផលប្រយោជន៍ជូនពលរដ្ឋ
Representing the Ministry of Planning at the event was Tang Panyatun, who said that the equity card is very important for individuals working in the informal entertainment economy, who will now be able to receive free health care, freeing up a larger portion of their earnings.
ចំណូលរបស់គាត់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងបើសិនជាយើងមិនបានផ្ដល់បានសមត្ថភាពនេះទៅដល់ពួកគាត់ដូចកន្លងមកអញ្ចឹងគឺគាត់ត្រូវចំណាយលុយច្រើនទៀតសម្រាប់ទៅការបើសិនជាគាត់មានបញ្ហាសុខភាពអីទៅពេទ្យទេអស់លុយច្រើនអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវពេលនេះគឺគាត់បានអាហ្នឹងគឺជួយសម្រួលមកចំណែកធំហើយថវិកាគាត់រកបានគឺគាត់អាចប្រើប្រាស់ទៅក្នុងផ្នែកផ្សេងទៀត
Din Molika will also be receiving an equity card and expressed excitement and gratitude to the royal government for taking care of its people, especially when it comes to the welfare of the poor. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Praia Sihanouk Provincial Administration informed the public that it is strictly forbidden to fish and dock at places along the power line that runs along the ocean floor. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
The administration released an announcement yesterday instructing the public, especially the owners of all types of ships, boats, barges and ferries, to be aware Electricity of Cambodia has laid 22 kilovolt and 35 kilovolt power lines near the coastline of Praia Sihanouk and Koh Kong provinces. The underground cables run near about 10 islands and the area was officially inaugurated on June 21, 2023. The notice said that in order to avoid any impact on the power line that could result in accidents, owners of water vessels passing through the islands are not allowed to anchor at the cable line location and must keep the distance of about 200 metres from it. The administration also prohibited fishing and docking in sites along the power lines and advised the public to check the boundaries clearly before doing so. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Ministry of Environment launched a new mobile app to better support and promote ecotourism destinations. The app is meant to make it easier for tourists to find specific information about ecotourism destinations and facilitate travel with key functions such as navigation maps, travel planning, and sharing information about natural beauty through photos and SMS. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
The Ecotourist Cambodia app, or Doreng Srukyung, was launched on Monday under the chairmanship of Minister of Environment Say Sam Al, along leaders with representative of the World Bank and development partners. The minister praised the tech team and thanked partner organisations for their active participation in creating the mobile app. He said the achievement was proof that the lives of Cambodians have turned from the trauma of the war to harmony and happiness, full of opportunities to travel with family and friends all over the country and relax in nature. He said, "These are the fruits of the peace we are achieving. The culture of peace is deeply rooted in the hearts of all Cambodians." He added that the new mobile app is part of the Totoro Tourism, ecotourism development policy, which has gradually improved the lives of people in prospect areas through the income from tourism. The goal is also to strengthen community life, provide opportunities for the ecotourism development, and reduce the threat of the Cambodian natural resources. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Apsara Authority experts are in the process of repairing the temple building on the east side of Prayakan Temple and its bare. The project began at the start of 2023 and is expected to be completed by the year's end. Chia Sarit, an archaeologist and project manager at the Prayakan Temple site, said that the eastern portion of the Prayakan Temple currently is under repair and is a square that measures about 15 meters on each side and includes a bare, or an artificial body of water, which many believe was used for water storage and irrigation. Prior to the restoration, the team relied on old documents, archaeological excavations, photographs for reference on how to accurately repair the structure. He said that the crew is repairing according to traditional techniques, which entails an immense amount of manpower and no power tools or machinery. Built in the same phase as the nearby temples, the staircase is enclosed by a sandstone wall, decorated with carvings of swans and the serpent god Naga. The eastern bare of the Prayakan temple is extremely dilapidated after time, neglect, and the removal of much of its sandstone to be used elsewhere. Archaeologists have found that the use of ancient stones was abundant after the Angkorian period, and the removal from the terrace caused the wall to completely collapse due to water leakage. The team has found evidence that the bare was used after the Angkorian period for water storage as well. Chia Sarit hopes that the restoration will serve to show the role and connection between Prayakan Temple, the North Bare, and the Nikpoan Temple while preserving the site in a way that shows its historical layers from construction to the modern day. Kristen Winters, EAC News.
Tớ lúcអ្នកចិត្តរៀបអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍មែនទេហើយពិបាករកក្រុមហ៊ុនថតវីដេអូផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ដែលមានគុណភាពមែនទេអស់កង្វល់រ៉ាទីកាជាក្រុមហ៊ុនទទួលស្គាល់លំដាប់អន្តរជាតិលើសេវាកម្មថតផ្សាយផ្ទាល់គ្រប់កម្មវិធីកម្រិត 4K ដំបូងបង្អស់នៅកម្ពុជារ៉ាទីកាប្រើប្រាស់ឧបករណ៍ទំនើបម៉ាកល្បីធានាគុណភាពការផលិតតាមបច្ចេកវិទ្យាទាន់សម័យរ៉ាទីកានឹងជួយធ្វើឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអស្ចារ្យលោកអ្នកនឹងបានឃើញរាល់សកម្មភាពក្នុងពិធីទៅលើកញ្ចក់ទូរទស្សន៍ទំហំធំកម្រិត 4K និងការបញ្ចាំងលើផ្ទាំងក្រណាត់សព្រមទាំង LED ដែលមានរូបភាពច្បាស់ត្រជាក់ភ្នែកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ012 823 848 017 838 889និង016 823 848រ៉ាទីកាទំនុកចិត្តការទទួលខុសត្រូវនិងគុណភាពខ្ពស់រ៉ាទីកា Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីអាជីពកំសាន្តបែបស្រាលពីរោះមិនថ្លង់ភ្ញៀវរំភើបចិត្តពិធីរឹតតែអស្ចារ្យ Relax រ៉ាទីកា Entertainment ញ៉ាំងឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអធិកអធមរ៉ាទីកា Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីដ៏ល្អសម្រាប់ក្រុមគ្រួសារលោកអ្នកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ017 838 889 012 823 848 និង016 823 848
If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of our platforms and channels. The EAC News app, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website www.eacnews.asia. EAC News' passionate team of reporters, writers, cameramen, and video editors are hard at work around the clock, bringing you world-class reports on everything from local and regional news to the latest international stories and the most dramatic footage from around the world. It takes meetings, research, phone calls, and emails. And that's before we even get out of the newsroom and onto the set.
I'm Anthony Ellis, a news reporter for EAC News. Thanks for watching.
Cambodian tourist to China. I'm Kristen Winters. I'm a news reporter with EAC News. Thank you for watching.
I'm Darshana Gauchan, EAC News reporter. Thanks for watching us.
I'm Dekha Nim, Sales and Marketing Manager at EAC News. Thank you for joining us.
I am Honsare Ward, EAC News Channel Manager. Thank you for watching us.
EAC News English language news show, Cambodia's most comprehensive, the Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel, shooting interviews into the field. And those pieces to camera. Join us and subscribe. We wouldn't want you to miss a thing. The Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
You're watching EAC News.
Thanks for joining us. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Nearly a month of drought has threatened over 34,000 hectares of rice crops in 2 districts of Battambang province. Authorities have tried to coordinate efforts to save the crops, but there is only enough water in the nearby dams to save a small percentage. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the details.
Department Director of Battambang's Department of Water Resources and Meteorology, In Savan Mani, reported that 31,200 hectares of rice crops were suffering in the Mong Lasik district, while the remaining 3,200 hectares were in Khor Khararo district. He said the region had not received rain in 20 to 25 days. The farmers rely on irrigation systems supplied by dams and canals. The department diverted water from 2 nearby dams, but it was nowhere near enough to save most of the crops. From early mid-August, Battambang received scattered showers in most of the provinces except the affected districts, leaving the fields dry and the water resources depleted. The government warned of the oncoming droughts in June, but there was little farmers could do to prepare. In 2021, the ministry reported about 100 million in rice production loss from droughts. As climate change intensifies, farmers continue to struggle with its effect on agriculture. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Sand leakage has been found seeping into the walls of the Bayon Temple's 3rd terrace, posing risk to the ancient structure. The Apsara National Authority restoration team is now studying ways to prevent sand leaks and strengthen the endangered structure. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the details.
Ming Savan Lilin, an architect in the technical team, said at the end of 2021, the team had already cleared the drainage system around the terrace. But a year later, standstill spread through the wall of the 3rd terrace of the Bayon Temple, which necessitated reinforcement of the southwest corner platform. She highlighted some possible causes of the leaks, like the tree roots growing through the structure, water flowing from the holes in the stone, and the poor quality of cement mortar laid by the French conservationists. The restoration began in 2022 with the removal and replacement of eroded stones, along with sampling in the inner soil analysed which shallow soils need to be strengthened. Over the months, the restoration team had been removing the Naga balustrade stones, floor stones, and particularly cracked stones to check the condition of the sandstone walls by relocating and rearranging the stones and filling the mortar between them. The Bayon Temple is one of the most renowned structures of Angkor Archaeological Park and was built during the late 12th or 13th century under Jayavarman VII. It was the most known for its many smiling stone faces, thought by many to be the face of the monarch himself. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. In his final week as Minister of Interior, Deputy Prime Minister Saw Keng inaugurated the extravagant new Ministry of Interior building and instructed the upcoming administration on performing their duties to the highest standard for the benefit of the nation. Speaking in front of the new Ministry of Interior offices yesterday, Deputy Prime Minister Saw Keng recommended that those taking over be well organized in their roles, duties, and working methods to create solidarity between senior officials and lower officials, all the while adhering to the principles of honesty in order to boost accomplishments for the people of the nation. He stressed that those working in the building must actually show up for work and not just phone it in or have others punch in for them. He encouraged honesty among the incoming staff and said, quote, "We work for the nation, for the people, not for ourselves," end quote. He also advised that they not stifle themselves, but rather show that they are capable leaders who hold firm ideals, especially in the loyalty to their nation. He said that while he will not be working in the new building, he firmly supports the upcoming administration in the name of peace, stability, and development, which will allow the royal government to overcome all obstacles now and in the future. Saw Keng has been a deputy prime minister since 1992, when he was also made a co-minister of Interior with Funcinpec member Yu Hokri. He has been the sole minister of Interior since 2006, and his son is rumored to take over the position when the new government is inaugurated on August 21st. Deputy Prime Minister Saw Keng has also represented Battambang as a member of parliament since 1993. Kristen Winters, EAC News. EAC News, thank you for joining us. A joint research project report between the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Culture surveyed the nation's 73 protected areas